I'm going to dictate one sentence. It makes T lymphocytes T lymphocytes competent. I will explain it. Period. Watch. When you're a little baby, just born, your bone marrow is making all of your cells, red cells, platelets, all of your white cells, including lymphocytes. And then, right after birth, half the lymphocytes, don't ask me how they know which half, they go on a march. Through the blood, the blood takes them where? To the thymus. And they go into the thymus, they leave the blood, they get into the thymus, and they get hit with a hormone called thymosin. And when thymosin hits them, they go, oh, I can now fight disease. It's like, Superman has his cape. Imagine a whole bunch of Supermen with no capes. Okay? And they're all going where? To the thymus. And thymosin what? Puts capes on them. And now they're called T lymphocytes. T, named for the thymus. The other half of the lymphocytes, which are called B, they go somewhere else to be what? Made competent, to fight. Where? I'll tell you when we get to it. Is that enough on the thymus? You like that? So look, listen to me. Very important what I'm about to tell you. Very important. Scientists never understood this because how many different types of lymphocytes do you have? Over 1 million. And theoretically it's impossible because you don't have enough genes to code for each type of lymphocyte. And I'm just going to tell you, never test you on it. You know what the genes do that code for lymphocytes? They break apart and they rearrange themselves. Break apart and what? Rearrange themselves. And that's how you can code for 1 million types of lymphocytes. Each type of lymphocyte, whether it's a T or a B, can only fight only one protein. You with me? Usually it's a protein. So if I'm a T lymphocyte that will attack infected cells with a slight piece of a particular virus on your cells, I will attack that cell and kill it. You with me? If you have on your cell another piece of protein from another virus, not my job, see Louis, he's another what? T lymphocyte which will attack your cells. Now, if I told you the same holds true with the B lymphocytes, they make antibodies, you could potentially make 1 million different antibodies. But the truth is, throughout your life, you're not what? Infected with what? Everything in the world. So most of your lymphocytes get made competent, but they never are needed. You with me? That makes sense to you? And so what do T lymphocytes do primarily? You don't have to write it down. I'll do it when I do immunity. They attack cells. They don't attack free bacteria or viruses. They attack your cells. Whose cells? Your cells that are already infected with what? Viruses, bacteria. You know what else T lymphocytes? They're really your friend. You know what they attack right now while you're in class? Cancer cells. You know that. You know, you're sitting here for almost 3 hours. You know you must have made about 100 cancer cells in your body. Don't get scared. Your T lymphocytes have detected them and have what? Killed them. Also, remember the NK cells? Remember the natural killers? They recognize cancer. Okay. Any questions about T lymphocytes? Now, we do spleen. I love to do spleen. You know why?
So So this could be a name T cells, right? Could be short for the T cells.
Say again, honey?
The T lymphocytes, they could be the T cells, right?
When they say T cells, they mean T lymphocytes.
Okay.
All right? Yeah, that's an abbreviation. People don't like to say T lymphocytes. They say T cells. All right? So now, what does your spleen do? It stores blood. That's one. What can you do with stored blood? Not so much for humans, but remember fight or flight, sympathetic nervous system? You get into fight or flight? And if you get injured and you're bleeding, you know what your spleen will do? It'll contract. It has smooth muscle in its capsule on the outer wall. And it'll what? Squeeze blood out of the spleen into your circulation, like giving yourself a transfusion. Now, so you get a baby transfusion, because human spleens are only about this big. But you know what? We don't need a big spleen. Why? We don't usually get into combat where we're what? Bleeding. But what if you were a tiger? Do you get injured a lot?
Yeah.
I would think so. You're what? Fighting other tigers. You got sharp claws. You know how big the spleen is in a tiger? About this long and about that thick. That's about a pint and a half, 2 pints of blood. So a tiger, when it gets into fight or flight, can really give itself what? A transfusion. Isn't that cool? What else is in the spleen? Oh, what do you call the area of spleen that's full of red cells? You know the story? It's called, ready? Red pulp. P-U-L-P. Red pulp. The rest of your spleen, ready? Write down, is white pulp. What kind of cells are in there? One guess.
White blood cells.
She got it. Tell them, honey.
White blood cells.
White blood cells, lymphocytes, macrophage. And it's another organ. You know what it does? It sits there and the blood comes through it. And remember the macrophage and the lymph nodes? Same thing. They chop up foreign particles and they hand it to the lymphocytes, which may turn on your immune system. What else do you want to know about the spleen? I don't know. Because I tell my class every year, your job is to read the rest of the spleen. There isn't much, but read it.